Yes, guys. Hope everyone is good. First things first. As you can see behind me, the lava lamp is on. Popular demand. It's on. Yeah. Wow. Yesterday. Wow. We've got quite a bit to say. I didn't make a video yesterday because honestly, I was on my deathbed. It felt like horrible, as you can probably tell now. It was horrible. I'm actually sat up today, which is a bonus, but yesterday was horrific. The last thing I needed yesterday was a game like that. Oh, I promise you. I was lying on my chair with covers around my neck like this, shivering. I just wanted an easy 3-0 win. But no, we did the Leeds thing, which is what we do. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's why we love this club, innit? We don't do things easy. We don't do things simple. We have fun with it. It's a memory. It's another memory. Could have won 2-0. It's not a memory, is it? We've got another good memory. For me, that means a lot. 2 weeks we beat Liverpool at Anfield and we've just come down 3-1. 3-1 down to win 4-3 in the Premier League, guys. That doesn't happen in the Premier League very often. That does not happen in the Premier League. That, I don't care what opponent it is. That is outstanding for me. Honestly, like, the feeling yesterday was... Honestly, I was almost in tears. That comeback was... And I felt it, you know what I mean? And tell you what's even worse, when you go in at half time and you come out with this team talk, and then within a few minutes they score to make it 3-1 in the second half, that would kill off most teams. No one's talking about that as much. That third goal from Bournemouth just after the half time would kill off most teams. To come back from that and still believe in what the coach and what you guys are buying into, having conceded minutes after half time to score 3 goals in that situation, shows absolute 100% loyalty the players have in this system. But believe me, I'm not sure a lot of you guys have played football. Coming back from losing 2-1 is something else. Even coming back from 3-1 is something. But coming back from 3-1, having conceded just after half time, and for me, I felt it. I felt it in the air. The crowd was absolutely amazing. Boos at half time, and rightly so. The players needed to understand that this isn't good enough. And they responded to that. And honestly, guys, amazing. The resilience and the heart and the desire to come from 3-1 down, having conceded in the 48th minute, is just outstanding at any level in football. I felt it. When we got that first one back, I was sat there and I felt something. I felt it. I felt there was something in this game. The crowd was going mental. And people aren't talking about this enough. People talking about the first half performance and how terrible it was. And I hear that. But then let's have the same energy for the second half. It wasn't just a comeback. It wasn't just... excuse me. It wasn't just a comeback. Guys, we were relentless in that second half. If you want to talk about strengths and weaknesses of this system and the inconsistencies of this system, that game summed it up. We could have been 4-1 down at half time. But we didn't. We won. And the second half was, not only was it a comeback, no one's talking about how good it was, right? How good the performance was in that second half. It was outstanding. We were relentless. The passing was amazing. The movement, the aggression. We won every second ball. We won everything. In the first half, I still seen people thinking about Jis Marsh, and that's fine. That's your opinion. I get it, right? People don't want him here, for whatever reason. That's fine. I hear that, but come through that shows more about a manager than and a team playing for the manager than anything, in my opinion. But we don't want that every week, and we won't get that every week. Come on, we won't get that every week. Not had that this season, have we? So we have to just take what we get and run with it. It's the Premier League. We've got 3 points, and we came from 3-1 down. You can talk about is Jesse Marsh's job still safe because the first half was horrific and we could have been more down, we should have been more down, but we weren't more down. And if you're using that logic, we should have been winning in previous games when we've missed chances at 0-0, big chances at 1-0. So using that logic, there's games where we could have been 2-0 up, and then it's a different game. It's football. People miss chances. The scoreline is where the points come from, not what chances you've missed. And that second half showed all those players believe in this system completely. At 3-1 down, they thought, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, but we're going to do it better, and we're going to do it the way the coach wants us to do it. Because the first half was not good enough at all. People are never gonna want Jesse Marsh, in my opinion. Get it? You want Leeds to succeed, of course you do. Of course you do. But a lot of people would rather Leeds succeed with someone else. I'm not sure about Jesse Marsh, and I get it. Like, it's football, styles and tactics or whatever. It's all about opinion, isn't it? People want different types of football. But that second half, the football we played was outstanding, relentless. The fullbacks were getting higher, and oh my God, we are a much better team when they do that, and that is what they need to do more. Individuals. Remember William Yonto, that some random 18-year-old, as he's been called by a lot of people. We got some random 18-year-old. Been saying this. He ain't some random 18-year-old. This guy is special. The disrespect he's been going through. Some random 18-year-old. He ain't some random 18-year-old. Mancini rates him. He ain't some random 18-year-old. And his last two games, his performances have been out of this world. Came on the other day and was tied in, neat, outstanding. Came on yesterday, that dribbling. Oh my days. Power, pace, precision, calmness, so calm. William Yonto is going places in football. Believe me, he's not just some 18-year-old. You got to have more faith in people. Somerville, people wrote him off. Said in the video a while ago, there's something in this guy. If you can replicate anything he does for the 23s for the first team, and he's doing that now. That finish, cold and calm. He wouldn't, in my opinion, 3-4 weeks ago, he wouldn't have scored that. He's got it now. He knows what it feels like now. He's there. He's a Premier League player now. He knows that. And that's what you need. Those two were outstanding. Jesse Marsh's subs were perfection. I saw people saying we won the game down to individual brilliance and not because of Jesse Marsh's tactics. So then we lost the game because of individual mistakes. If you're using that, we win the game and we lose the game the same way. Look, the first goal is a ball over the top. But if you watch it back, press was not aggressive enough. We were not closer to the men. We were too much gaps. The press is meant to not stop that long ball. If they can get that long ball off, you're pressing wrong. Like Jesse Marsh said, I think it's been to Gareth Lineker, the aggression comes from the press. That ball over the top should not be there. That is a mistake from us. That is something the players have to look into. Not one player was close to their man. They allowed that. Rasmus got outpaced. But you know what, right? At the end of the day, right, I don't care. The defiance to come back from 3-1 down shows something special about these players. Jesse Marsh was talking about inconsistency, and I couldn't agree more. We need to find consistency, and that game showed what we're not consistent, but that game showed what we are and what we the worst of what we can be and the best of what we can be, and the best of what we can be is very good. We saw that against Chelsea. We saw that against Liverpool. We saw that first game of the season. We saw that against Arsenal at times. That is the best that we can be. The other games, some of the other games are inconsistent. Parts of Palace we were good. Parts of Palace we were bad. Parts of Wolves we were good. But excuse me, I've just went to the toilet. I was choking on my own spit. Yeah, I can't remember where I was. I think let me just say this final message, right? I think we just need to stop being too reactionary. We're 12th in the Premier League. We were expected to finish around in the Premier League, right? We're not going to win every game. We're going to win some games. Granted, I don't want us to not win in 8 and then win 2 in a row. You know what I mean? Like, The big gap there is painful and it's horrible. But I just think we're that type of team where we're just inconsistent and we need to grow. We need to grow together. I think Jesse needs 1 or 2 more windows. The best performers on the pitch every week are his players. Tyler Adams again. Tyler Adams is the future of this club. Tyler Adams, Willie Nyonto, Somerville, Darko JB still in there for me. Perkins, and Mateo Joseph, who was on the bench. Those guys are the future of the club. Brendan Harrison, obviously. Matt Rocker. The guys we brought in are the future of the club. I'm worried about centre-back. Not in the sense of... I think... Respect to... oh my God. Respect to Liam Cooper. The marking is annoying. And these are the things that were annoying me in the first half. It wasn't even... Forget the system for a minute. It's simple footballing things. First touch, horrific. 3-yard passes, horrific. Marking, horrific. Those are the things that were not right. It feels like the players are concentrating too much on not conceding, on not losing, that they forget the basics at times. And something happened at half-time where they had nothing to lose and the confidence came back. It's individual things for me. Really, it is. Obviously, you're going to concede goals based on the system. Every single team in the world concedes goals based on the system. Every system has weaknesses. Just because ours is one long ball over the top doesn't mean there isn't ways you can rectify that. There is ways you can rectify that. It's getting the players to understand ways you can rectify that. I worry about centre-back just because the way we are countered like that, for me, you need a really quick centre-back. And respect to Liam Cooper and Cork, who in the second half was outstanding after the goal for me. And they were. First half was bad from everyone, but the second half, them two were outstanding. They're not quick. And I think we need a quick centre-back that fits Jesse Marsh's system. We bought Brendan Harrison, that attacking midfielder who fits his system. The midfielders who fit his system, especially Tyler Adams. A winger in Sinistera, who doesn't necessarily fit the system, but is extraordinary talent, right? A fullback in Rasmus, who's slowly getting used to the Premier League and fits his system. In every area, we've got someone that fits his system. However, the two areas we're missing someone that fits his system is centre-back and striker. Rodrigo's record is outstanding in the Premier League. 7 goals now in 13 games? That's nothing to be sniffed at. But Rodrigo's injured or isn't fit or isn't having a good game. We need someone off the bench. Patrick Bamford's broken. And that, honestly, it hurts me to say it. He is. And it looks like he's not going to be part of the team for much. He's just not fit. He's not fit, guys. He got injured taking a penalty at training. I just beg his body heals itself because it's sad. It's sad to see a human going through that. But we need a striker who can fit the system. Rodrigo's good for goals and he will get you goals, but he's not necessarily a system player, right? We need someone that fits that system, a striker, and a centre back who has that little bit extra pace. And then I honestly think, and potentially left back, a big Junior Fairport, and that's what I do. That's who I am. He's clearly not high up in the pecking order. And Pascal Strout's doing good, but Pascal Strout, you'd ideally want a centre-back, wouldn't you? But again, I still don't think he fits that profile of Jesse Marsh defender. I still think we need someone in there. But yeah, definitely need 1 or 2 signings in January, I think, just to solidify his position in the Premier League. I don't think we're safe in that way yet. And just a quick one as well, what I did say earlier, a few weeks ago, this season is going to be relying on 3 or 4 things. One of them is the young players. And I've been critical of them, saying they've not stepped up when they've got a chance. Now they are. Now they are stepping up, and they are the reason we won yesterday. They are the reason Sam Greenwood's goal was outstanding. I thought he was excellent in midfield. And then we know about the other 2 guys. Willie Nyonto came on and changed the game. Somerville's goal. There's something special happening here. We just have to get through this inconsistent period now and then reap the benefits next season, the season after that, I think. If we can stay in the Premier League, I think we should keep everything the same. We need 3 more additions. I think it's silly thinging the manager. I think that's ridiculous. It makes no sense to me. I really don't. It makes no sense to me. I think that's very risky. I can't even talk about that. I don't think that's right at all. I think you've got to believe in what we're doing, and I do. Some people don't. Fine, but that's all I've got for this week. Hopefully next week when I've done my work, I'll be able to do a pre-match as well. I've just been really ill. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's just believe in what we're doing here, because I promise you there's something decent going on here. We just need to get through these inconsistent periods, which last a while. You know, David Moyes at West Ham. When he first joined West Ham, they were not good. Brighton, not good. You know, Mikel Arteta. Those are just three I can think of on my head that's teetering around relegation. Not Arsenal, obviously, but the other two. West Ham and Brighton for a few years were hanging around at relegation. And then they stepped up because they took time and they believed in the system. I think that's what we need to do. Personally. But yeah, thanks for the support. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you probably next week at some point. Yep.